1 minute of camera time. Sheena, honey, this ain't Vanderpump Rules. I mean, also seeing Sheena on the screen at the Valley, I don't know. I don't like what a show jumps the shark in the beginning. And we'll get into Housewives, like when they bring people back, but I don't think personally, I'm not a fan of bringing Schwartz and Lala and Sheena to the Valley. I'm just not. And it seems different watching Sheena on the Valley. I mean, it could work. I'm not opposed to it. I actually think Schwartz probably fits in the best because he lives next door to Jax. But I don't know. I just think my whole time of watching this was Sheena thinking, like, where's my big moment? You guys, we did the sandwiches. I have a Sheena now. Everyone seemed to like we did the sandwiches for something about her. I did this with Sarah, and I said to Ariana and Katie, they should have just leaned in and called each sandwich something about Vanderpump. I mean, I think there'd be a line around the block if that were the case. Granted, people then flooded my messages here on Patreon to say, why did you only have certain sandwiches? You didn't do the full cast. So we talked about, like, I said there was a sandwich. If you buy a sandwich and it has a bunch of hot air in it, let's just call that the Jacks. This all started with Tom Sandoval when I said, like, why don't you have a sandwich with like extra turkey and cheese and just call it the Sandoval? And then I said, well, if we're gonna do that, we should have a sandwich with hot air in the middle. We'll call it the Jacks. Then I said we should have we'll do like a mini recap. We should have a sandwich that, like, it's like it bounces all over the plate and then it jumps off and it kind of hits you in the face. The James. You guys seem to love the sandwiches. Then I said there should be a sandwich which, you know what? Ain't got nothing on it. It's like a light bite, the Lala. Then I said there should be a sandwich with pink gold dust sprinkled all over it. The Vanderpump. I think those were all. Oh, a soggy peanut butter and jelly, which is wilted in the middle. The Schwartzy. The soggy peanut butter and jelly. The Schwartzy. Well, apparently you guys have filled my DMs and you said, why are you leaving out the rest of the cast? So here's a couple of additional sandwiches that I thought of as I was watching The Valley last night. And this was inspired by Sheena. So here are the four new sandwiches that I have discovered and that they should put on the menu. I still don't have one now that I'm thinking about it for Brittany Cartwright. I need to think of a thing for Brittany, but I feel like we left out these four cast members. Oh, I don't really have one for Stassi either. Okay, well, these are the four new sandwiches. That's something about her. A sandwich which is the star of the menu. Everybody lines up around the block to get this sandwich. It is the number one bestseller of the whole place. The most popular sandwich. And you buy it into it. It ain't bad, but it certainly don't live up to its hype. The Ariana. Now we're revealing another sandwich. It's the special of the day. You know how every place has a special of the day? This is the special of the day. It's the pick me. I mean, they really push that special of the day. And the special of the day wants to get picked so bad, so it ends up on the menu. The pick me sandwich, the special of the day. The Sheena. That was inspired by Sheena's scene last night. Now we have two more sandwiches to add. A sandwich, which, you know what, you eat it, it's not horrible, it's not great, you're not sure how you feel about it. It has moments where it's decent, and then when you're done, it leaves such a bitter aftertaste in your mouth. The Maloney, otherwise known as the Katie, the Maloney. And last but not least, the sandwich. It's been there since day one. Nobody orders this sandwich. It's nobody's first choice. It's not usually anyone's second choice. But at 4:45, 15 minutes before Something About Her closes its door, when people are in there and they say, we want the Katie, we want the Ariana, they say, we're sold out. We only have one sandwich left, so you have no choice. You have to eventually order this sandwich. Every single person that's forced to order this sandwich is like, Oh my God, it's one of the best sandwiches on the whole damn menu. And you know what? This superstar underrated sandwich has been there since day one this whole time. The Doty. And that, ladies and gentlemen, rounds out our menu. We've added the Doty, we've added the Maloney, we've added the Ariana, and we've added the Sheena. The special of the day, the pick me sandwich, the Sheena. Well, that was inspired by that scene last night. I really got to come up with a sandwich for Stassi and a sandwich for Brittany, right? We got James covered, Schwartz, we got Sandoval covered, LVP. We got to do a Stassi and a Brittany. Let me get back to you on that, guys. I mean, these things don't come to me. Greatness doesn't come to me in the middle of the day, okay? So let me get back to you on that. But there you go. That's all I could thought. Luke is going to propose to Kristen. Go, Luke. I mean, he seems totally in love with her. This is what it's about, guys. You're driving 5 miles, 5 hours across country to go home to Oklahoma, and Kristen's with him, and he realizes, God, I'd be so sick of someone else in the car at this point, but not Kristen, and I want to have sex with her. She's the one. Let me marry her. Dark Daddy comes out, and we are, the scene with Mia, and she's confessing that she used to like sleep in her car and sleep in backyards, and she grew up really poor. I mean, so much for Mia not opening up and not admitting things. I got to give her credit, right? She's opening up. So I think she's doing a great job. They finally come together, and I love how Kristen Doty lets us know if anyone comes for Mia, they come for me. I love this final scene where Jasmine opens up that she doesn't feel comfortable being touched. I love this final scene where Mia is opening up about being homeless and that she's had it really hard. And this shady ass Janet comes out and she's like, well, I dated someone and this really triggers me because he had a drug and alcohol problem. And Mia's like, this isn't okay. You're implying Danny has a drug and alcohol problem, which she is. So, and then next week, did you see next week where they say coming next week and they say, Jason's one to talk. He doesn't wear his wedding ring. So, which is, I think, said by Dodie. So, Jason doesn't wear the wedding ring. Danny's touchy-feely. This cast it's a good cast. They just have to let it breathe. It's not bad. And I really started to think about it. Do I like the Valley because there's nothing else on? Not really. I think it has potential. I think it has potential. If you stuck with Summer House, you stick with this. I don't need the Workus twins back. I don't need Sheena and Lala on the Valley. I think you let it breathe as is. And if you work them in, just let it be organic. Sheena's scene was kind of organic. I think if she were there for a season, I would grow used to her. And I like Sheena and Lala, and I have nothing against them. Next week, I think we should do a recap next week of Love Hotel. Anyone watching Love Hotel? I think it's good. I think I need to slow it down and like watch the episode and do the recap. Listen, I've said it before, I'm not a Joel Kim Booster fan. This whole thing that happened between him and Shannon, I feel that I think when there's smoke, there's fire. Everybody I know, one of our listeners told me, I think, I don't know who it was, but she's a flight attendant, and she said she had a horrible experience with Shannon on her plane. She had a great experience with Erica Jane, and she just, I've heard such bad things about Shannon as being high maintenance in her life, but I have to tell you, especially being a New York City gay, even though I am in LA half the damn fucking time or a third of the time,